All right, guys, so I'm doing something new this time. We are going to record a commentary over a YouTube video that was recorded by Shotgun and placed on his new YouTube channel. Anyway, I was watching his stream on Twitch last weekend, and he mentioned he's got this new YouTube channel, and he just basically dumped a bunch of his videos of his games on there. It's called Warcraft 2 Corner. Anyway, I will link his Twitch and his YouTube channel below in the comments. Anyway, we're going to call this Warcraft 2 Arena Episode 10, Shotgun versus Wargasm. So this is just going to be a series of one-on-one games from Shotgun's first-person perspective. So we're not really going to see what he's up against outside of what he can see in the game. So it's a little different than some of the other videos where I was kind of going over replays of being able to see all the players. But anyway, we'll see how this goes, and so we're gonna start it off here, and we'll get started. So so these games were all played on War 2 Combat, the old version, and you can kind of see here that there's some people watching the game. So these players are actually not playing in the game, but they're just kind of watching as we're doing here right now. Of course, they're in the game, so they can look at both of the opponents. The Combat Edition has like a watching mode and like an observer mode, and so yeah, this it's got a lot of features over Remastered right now for multiplayer. So anyway, Shotgun is up here at 12 o'clock, just basically getting himself started here. So you can see he's got his town hall built up at the top there with the gold mine to the left of it, which we'll see here shortly. And then he's got a road you can see as well running through his base here. So he's just finishing up his first farm. And so this map, if you're not familiar with it, it's got 8 starting positions. And so with a random starting location, Wargasm could be in any of the other 7 locations. And anyway, 12 o'clock is, it's a rushing position, so you can see he's already got his barracks started there along with the second farm. And with his third peon here, he's actually repairing his barracks so he can get grunts out to scout here quickly. That's one. Oh, we can see a little bit of lag here. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. He may end up leaving the game, or it'll kind of correct itself, but you do find that sometimes when you're playing this game online. And especially, according to Shotgun, like he basically plays on the old version pretty much exclusively, and I think he's told me that he does so because he lags, and maybe this is him lagging now, I don't know, but anyway, we can see Cake is gone now, so the lag is kind of disappeared. So yeah, with Warcraft 2 being a peer-to-peer game, there's what you can or your latency is going to depend on everyone's connection in the game to each other. So if the more players in the game, the more likely there's going to be some conflict somewhere between 2 players. So it's trickier to play, like 4-on-4s, let's say. Anyway, you can see Shotgun, he's got his grunts out here now, and 2 o'clock is free, and so he's moving over to scout at 11, and you can see he's got his worker down there building farms, and he's just continuing to produce grunts. He's sending, there he finds them at 11 o'clock. So you can see there he's got a farm and a blacksmith walled in at 11 o'clock. So that usually means that he's at 9 o'clock and he's rushing, or possibly dual rushing. And anyway, you can see Shotgun decides to throw down a lumber mill there as he discovers that 11 o'clock's walled off. So yeah, anyway, you can see here he's got 6 grunts now, and he's kind of at it in some ways a disadvantage here because he cannot wall in his base there as he engages and gets caught in bit of a choke there, but you know, they kind of back off from the engagement. And anyway, so he's chasing. Oh, he walks into another choke here. You can see this 4-on-3. Not very smart of Shotgun to fight through that, but he had numbers on him, so he ends up, you know, kind of breaking even there. But well, he didn't really break even. He lost an extra grunt, I think, at least one, by fighting through that choke. So here he's taking 2 peons with his grunts, and he's playing quite aggressively here. So he's yeah, he's going to basically offensive tower, Wargasm. And so it looks like he's going after him at 11 o'clock there. And yeah, so he built a tower just outside of range of the buildings, and that way Wargasm doesn't know that tower is actually being built there. Had he built it closer, then it would have been better. You can see he's putting a second farm up there so he can set up a 3-on-2 choke at his main at 12. But yeah, so this tower is going to finish upgrading. So this guard tower, it basically is costing him, you know, 350 wood, 200 for the watchtower, and then another 150 to upgrade to a guard tower. And, you know, that's, you know, kind of a questionable thing in a one-on-one game to be doing here. Because you can see this, all he's basically accomplished here, he's got this one guard tower now hitting that farm, and he's going to follow it up with this small handful of grunts. But because he's at a positional disadvantage, he has to keep enough grunts at home in case he gets backdoored. And so he's got to split his army in half. And you can see here, Wargasm has a whole mess of grunts that are able to not only take out the tower, but also take out the grunts that he had there. Had he had his whole army of grunts over there, then of course he could have fought that off and killed that farm and blacksmith potentially. Although Wargasm would have had a peon inside of that 11 o'clock base to repair it. And he may be actually dueling. I don't actually know, but it's quite possible he's got a second town hall inside of 11 o'clock. And in which case that would be kind of getting him ahead here. So anyway, Shotgun kind of sends a feeler grunt out there. And yeah, so you can kind of see that Shotgun's put up a tower at home as well. So there's another 350 wood that's going to kind of slow down his tech upgrades. He's not doing bad on that, though. I mean, he's doing a good job managing his resources, but, you know, that tower at home was probably unnecessary. You know, he probably would have been better off just getting an axe thrower if he needed one. You know, because that tower doesn't... Yeah, in a team game, that might have made more sense. And actually, that tower at 11, too, in a team game may have made more sense. But in a one-on-one, as you can see, he's repairing his Ogre Mound there. Racing now to Fortress. Yeah, so anyway, Wargasm right now is definitely in the lead here. I mean, he's made, I'm assuming, 2 fewer towers already. Anyway, he's got a bunch of half-dead grunts just kind of hanging out outside of Shotgun's base there. And Shotgun's now starting to get some ogres, and Wargasm's already got him ahead with the ogres there as he engages with his grunts and his ogres. And he's probably going to come out on top there just because of those 2 ogres. And yeah, so Shotgun's at level 4 here now, and so he's frantically and smartly repairing his Altar of Storms so he can get Bloodlust here as soon as possible. And he smartly uses his ogres there to pick off those scouting grunts of Wargasms at the front of his base. And alright, so yeah, so he's level 4 still. And I didn't really realize this, but a lot of people these days they forego level 5 on the shields because in the old version of the game, you know, Bloodlust is just so powerful that that second armor upgrade is almost useless. You know, it doesn't really help in terms of bloodlusted battles, but You know, in closer games, that kind of makes sense as shotgun. You can see here he's sending 2 ogres down there to small 9, and he's built that farm over there as a, kind of like a scout. And you can see that, and also here right now that Wargasm's already got Bloodlust, and so he's going to be, yeah, pushing ahead. And yeah, so Shotgun discovers got a Temple Dam that is blocking off the small 9 area underneath of his 9 o'clock base, and he's already got Death and Decay and a Death Knight out there, and he brutally Death Decays Shotgun's entrance. So it really gives you an idea how far ahead he was here. Yeah, and I mean, this game is pretty much over already here. You know, he just, those 2 towers were really the losing factor here for Shotgun. I mean, he just, you know, he didn't really accomplish anything with either of them. Yeah, so the first wave pretty much wipes him out here. Yeah, so it just kind of shows you how important tacking up quickly is in a game of one-on-one here. You know, you can see stats-wise, he's very closely, you know, competitive, but in terms of the tech, you know, it wasn't even close. I'm guessing Wargasm probably had 2 Temple of the Dams at that point, because of the fact that he just had that one just sitting there, walling off the bottom of small 9. He probably had another one inside of 9, or maybe halfway towards Shotgun's base. We'll never know because we can only see from Shotgun's perspective here. But yeah, anyway, go back to that shield thing as we go for game 2 here. And so this time Shotgun is starting at, oh, I think he made a little mistake there. I think, oh no, never mind. No, yeah, he did. He actually he built his town hall a space farther away than, I don't know, I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me here or what, but it looks like it's a space farther away than it potentially could be. I don't know if maybe there's a reason he does that or if it was just a mistake, but I can't really see why you do that on purpose. But anyway, yeah, so not a great start here for Shotgun. Yeah, that was kind of I don't know. Yeah, again, no idea why that he did that. I'd be interested to know if there's any kind of strategic reason why he would do that, but I don't think there is. I think he just kind of shot himself in the foot. Anyway, yeah, but going back to the shield thing, you know, that even in the old version, like in the newer version, I don't think it's a question you should get your second shield upgrade pretty much every time. Because they've rebalanced Bloodlust. But in the original game, yeah, like I think I would still recommend getting it no matter what anyway, because, you know, you're not always going to be facing Bloodlust, right? Like you get into engagements with non-Bloodlusted ogres where the shield does make a difference, and, you know, in other parts of it, you know, even with like grunts and so on, you know, the shield generally just helps. You know, it's good to have. But I can see how getting, you know, because it's 900 gold and 500 wood to get the second shield upgrade. So I can see in, you know, maybe like quick one-on-one games like this where you may not want to bother getting it, just so you can afford to get one more ogre out there that could be the difference. Like one extra ogre is going to make more difference than having level 5 if you're having like a bloodlusted battle with ogres. Anyway, so you can see here Shotgun is repairing not only his barracks but his blacksmith. So he's pretty committed to doing an aggressive rushing build here. And so far he's had good luck with positions. 12 and 2 o'clock are, you know, 2 of the best positions you can get on this map in a one-on-one game, despite the fact that they have roads running through them. Yeah, so you can see Shotgun waits for a second grunt there. That's pretty smart because if you're patrolling with 2 grunts instead of 1, and the other guy is just flinging 1 grunt around, which is very common, you know, you're gonna immediately get an engagement of a 2-on-1, and you're more likely to do a lot of damage to his grunt before he even realizes it, because you're doing damage twice as quickly. And anyway, so he scouted 11 and 9, and he's not had any luck finding him so far. So at this point, yeah, he's got 1 grunt going down to 4 o'clock there, and yeah, so Meanwhile, he's just kind of pumping out peons and getting an early mill. Oh, there we go. So he discovers them there at 5 o'clock. And anyway, so now he's kind of moving on out, keeping all of his units in the middle there. And Shotgun goes ahead and builds some farms kind of up out of the way, more towards the 12 o'clock area in his base. And yeah, he's starting to repair his lumber mill, and he's now going to engage him here. I'm not sure why, to be honest. He's kind of yeah, I guess that was okay. Yeah, so he's definitely got a slight edge because of that early repairing that he was doing with his smith and his barracks. So he may have actually had a level advantage there. I didn't quite notice. But you can see here, Wargasm at 5 o'clock. He's got a pretty good setup there, walling off the entrance to his base with his units, being able to pop out on the outside there. So at that position, he's kind of got to be careful to watch his backside there, because it's susceptible to getting towered. One of the weaknesses of that position is at any point your opponent can just run down there, build a tower behind the wood line behind your gold mine, and all of a sudden your peons are all getting slaughtered. So you've always got to keep an eye on that. Usually people will build a farm or two back there just to so they don't have to waste the unit constantly patrolling. So yeah, we got kind of a close call here with the grunt battle at 5 o'clock. And so Shotgun with the 1 racks. He's probably going to be looking to go hold here very soon, as soon as he gets 1,000 wood. So that's probably what he's racing for right now. He's got the level 4 sword upgrade, and yeah, so there's him going hold. Actually, I think he went hold before, I just didn't notice. Yeah, so yeah, he's pushing pretty hard here on 1 barracks, and I mean, Wargasm only has 1 barracks as well. Now, had he had 2 barracks here, I mean, he could have kind of run him over. Usually in one-on-one games, you don't want to overcommit on anything, really. You know, your objective is always to, you know, hit Fortress and get Bloodlust here. As you can see here, Shotgun throws down his Ogre Mound and actually is repairing it, because as soon as that Ogre Mound finishes, you want to be hitting your Fortress. So that second tier stage in this game generally is just like a stopover. It's like, you know, filling up for gas or something. You know, you're not staying there. You're not building sappers. You know, you're basically just getting what you need to hit F for Fortress on your hall there, or your stronghold. All right, so now Shotgun's going to be wanting to put up some more barracks as he gets lost in the forest with one of his grunts there now. And yeah, so at this point in the game, it's really just a matter of you know, who's going to get Bloodlust first. And so yeah, there's the second barracks. He's going to probably throw a third one up here shortly. And actually, he's probably going to throw up his altar before he does that. And you see that immediately goes up. And the reason he pulls from his gold workers to repair that is because you don't want to interrupt your wood workers, because obviously they're kind of in the middle of you know, chopping out a block of wood there, which takes, you know, about a minute or so. And so he sends all his workers back there to the gold. And yeah, so he's doing a good job, you know, micromanaging his economy here as he throws up that third barracks. And he's got some grunts there, just kind of send them out to take care of that little spotter grunt from Wargasm. And yeah, so he decides to use those grunts to just kind of fling around the map there just to get some information. And yeah, so they usually, as soon as you hit ogres and you got any grunts left, they're usually the best thing to do with them is well, and you can see that Wargasm's on his way up there with a bunch of ogres, and you can hear the bloodlust. So once again, Shotgun's gotten beaten here. He's just now finally researching bloodlust, and so he's going to head back into his base there. and kind of delay him as much as he can, because he obviously doesn't want to engage here until he gets Bloodlust, which is, he's probably just going to get it right in the nick of time here. He sets up a choke. It kind of minimizes. There we go. He gets the lust. So, yeah, just barely in the nick of time. I mean, clearly that would have been a lot more painful had Wargasm just immediately ran in there and didn't give Shotgun time to set up that choke. But, you know, he did what he did. So, yeah, so the reason Wargasm got so far ahead of him there was twofold. First, because of the fact that Shotgun was repairing all those units earlier, or his racks and his blacksmith, and he wasn't really able to capitalize on that. You know, because even though it's not a lot of resources that gets committed, it sends you back at least one sack of lumber, you know, to do that, right? Which again takes like, I gotta look that up to be sure, but I think it's like a minute or something that it takes to chop like some lumber, right? So, you know, if you set yourself back even like a fraction of that time, like, you know, 10-15 seconds, I mean, that's the difference of what we just saw there in terms of having lust or not having lust at the right time. Anyway, so you can see that Shotgun's going ahead and take 12 o'clock. It's a very obvious expansion for you at 2 o'clock, especially in this position. You know, a lot of times what I'll do, or what a lot of players will do from 2, is send, you know, a peon over to like 9 or 11, and just to kind of take a little Hail Mary expansion, you know, maybe just wall it off to make your opponent think you've got one at like, let's say 11 or something. And you can see Wargasm as Shotgun moves down there. He's got a bunch of farms kind of all in front of his base. Again, those are just kind of like warning farms, and it's a good thing to do, as you can see Shotgun doing it himself there. You know, not only are they going to interfere as Wargasm is taking small 5 and Shotgun discovers that with his ogres. Shotgun's trying to get some Death Knights out, but yeah, the farm thing, you know, they don't cost a lot. I mean, it doesn't really matter if one of them dies, and they're just kind of like a permanent, you know, scout. And they have more health and more value than, like, let's say a watchtower. You'd think that you'd want to use like a watchtower in that instance, but really it's more economical and better just to use farms, right? And as long as you're putting them in the right place. And so you can see here, Wargasm's kind of gotten caught with his pants down. So in that instance, like, Shotgun was just lusting all his ogres. So I move them into where they're constantly attacking things, and then I lust them. It's kind of like a minor kind of nitpicky thing, but it does kind of make a difference. So anyway, Shotgun realizes that Wargasm is probably ignoring him at small 5 for a reason, and now you can see why that was, as Shotgun gets 2 death coils off and 1 shot of death and decay, which takes care of a good portion of the health on those ogres. He actually smartly leaves a few down at small 5 to continue taking down that hall, as Shotgun's 2 o'clock mine is now gone. And so holding off 12 right now is vital. Wargasm, I'm assuming he's probably taken 4 if he hasn't already done that. And if he hasn't, he's going to definitely be in some trouble here, because it basically means he's not mining. Where small 5's been kind of smashed up there. Anyway, so you can see here, Wargasm runs through the middle, gets caught unlusted as Shotgun was lusting up, and yeah, he definitely did not do well there, especially just at the end of that fight. You saw him run back those 2 ogres. Like, that was not smart, because he'd already lost the fight, so he just ran 2 ogres in to die for no reason. But of course, this is a fast-paced game, and you know, and as you can see, he was preoccupied with this attack, which, yeah, kind of wasn't great, and yeah, not looking good for Wargasm right now, unless he has, you know, 4 o'clock well established. But here he's losing a bunch of units for free. The back of his base there, for some reason, he just had a bunch of peons there sitting behind his base. And so here now, yeah, he gives up. That's it. Yeah, so Shotgun was about to take 11 there, but he didn't really need to. Yeah, so you can see Wargasm here actually yeah, he just kind of had a lot of bad attacks, I guess, is what I'd lay that out as. You know, he kept attacking with groups of ogres that weren't lusted, and then, you know, he would have like 9 ogres, and then Shotgun would ultimately have like 11 or 12, and they just kind of get overwhelmed. And when that happens, you lose more, you know, like you're not getting an even trade, even though, like, yeah, you're just not getting an even trade. You know, when you're outnumbered, not only are you losing the fight, but you're losing it worse than you would have otherwise. So now Shotgun gets a short end of his stick here. He gets stuck at 8 o'clock. So you can see him immediately just moving up to small 9. In a one-on-one game, that's almost a requirement. You know, staying at 8 o'clock is very seldomly a good idea in a one-on-one. Yeah, it almost never goes well. Yeah, so he's up to small 9 here now. So, you know, if I'm Shotgun right now, I'm kind of hoping that he's at 9 o'clock. And the reason the base is called small 9 is because it's got a small gold mine. It's only got 30,000 gold. So he's immediately got a big disadvantage here as well. But positionally, it's a way better situation than if he had stayed at 8 o'clock, which does have 60,000 gold in its mine. But yeah, like I said, 30K is what he's got right now. So he needs to expand pretty much. Like I mean, you can pretty much do anything on 30K, but you're gonna have to expand early into tier 3 phase. So once you get a fortress, it's like, yeah. So you can see here, he's immediately just going ahead and taking 9 o'clock right above him. And yeah, this is a pretty common build here now. So at this point, he's probably praying that he's not at 11 o'clock to scout him, because if Wargasm's at 11 o'clock right now, he could potentially be scouting this without Shotgun even realizing it, and then just kind of unloading on him. Anyway, so Shotgun now, basically his plan is he wants to wall off small 9, which he's doing with row of farms there, and then he also wants to wall off the 2 locations around 9. So he's basically got 3 points of entry here that he needs to worry about. So he's walling off with the barracks there at above his hall at 9, and then where he's just sending this peon up here now, I'm imagining he's probably going to build a blacksmith or maybe a lumber mill and blacksmith. And yeah, so now he is probably gonna go ahead and get a lumber mill and build a catapult to defend this, and we'll see what he does. Yeah, so there's a lumber mill. So where he's got 3 points of entry here, he's got to wall off and worry about. You almost need to have a catapult in this position, but I mean, there are things you can do to kind of you know, psych out your opponent too. Like sometimes, you know, you actually just throw up an axe thrower, let's say, and then start pumping out grunts and then chop out, and so your opponent might scout you, which I don't think Wargasm's at least shown that he's scouted him yet. You know, it's quite possible. Oh, there he is. So he's found his farms at his wall farms there at small 9. And you can see here, Shotgun's got 2 peons chopping through that tree line between his 9 and small 9 base, which is smart because that way he can transfer units between the 2 of them more quickly. So this is a bit of a nuisance for Shotgun. He's just got 2 grunts there smashing up his farm, and now a 3rd one there attacking his barracks. So Wargasm's pretty much just got him, just slapping him around here a bit, making him waste a bit of resources on repairing. You know, he's probably not gonna break right in there, but he's at least just putting a little bit of pressure on him, which somewhat makes up for the cost of his grunts there. But so you can see there, Shotgun's decided to put a tower down to protect his farms. I'm not sure if I really like the way he's walled off at small 9. I mean, everyone's got their own ways of doing things, but where he's got his tower right now, I mean, if Wargasm were so inclined, he could build a tower behind his gold mine, and Shotgun's tower would not be able to even see that happening where it's currently positioned. But anyway, now he's got the catapult out, so any grunt harassment right now is going to get thrown off. But yeah, he's got that tower down there, which is fine. And the catapult's there now. If he were to have gotten towered, of course that would have stopped that as well. But yeah, I mean, there's different ways you can build where you can kind of protect yourself in you know, multiple kind of positions. As we see Shotgun go and hold there, and he's building a second catapult. As you can see, Wargasm's brought one down. Where that came from, I'm guessing he's probably at 12 or 2 o'clock. And so, yeah, Shotgun's definitely got to start worrying here. Oh, yeah, 2 catapults immediately. As soon as that one pops out, it gets blasted. Yeah, so Shotgun smartly throws up a cannon or a tower there to kind of back up his catapults. And yeah, you never want to be in a, you know, that's a pretty good shot. Yeah, you never really want to be in this position where you've got 2 catapults against one of yours. Yeah, so Shotgun was able to take out one of them and actually, oh yeah, that was really good of Shotgun. He was actually able to take out both of Wargasm's catapults with only his one that was left there. So yeah, so now Shotgun really wants to, yeah, he's being towered here by Wargasm, and there's still a little bit of pressure with the grunts, which is quite annoying. Yeah, but now he's got the hold. Oh, and Wargasm has another catapult here, so he needs to be careful not to get surprised by Wargasm here. And yeah, oh yeah, so there's 2 catapults there now for Wargasm against Shotgun's 1. And yeah, so Shotgun's thrown up a tower there, and as soon as he leaves that area with that catapult, those 2 catapults are just gonna take that tower down. And yeah, so now he's got a second one. And yeah, so yeah, Wargasm's definitely putting in a lot of pressure on him here. As you can see, Shotgun's actually chopped out of 9 o'clock, which of course didn't really matter, right? But he's rewalled that there. And yeah, you can see Wargasm's kind of put his catapults out of position of Shotgun's and just kind of firing away at his farms there. And yeah, so here Shotgun can't really do anything. And all right, so yeah, Wargasm does notice that he's walled off there, and has a handful of grunts there, which he's slowly losing to Shotgun's catapults. Oh no, Shotgun lost his catapult. There's a lot of catapults being made in this game, surprisingly. So Shotgun definitely wants to get ogres out, because this shotgun game, or this catapult game, is going to be over here shortly. But the worst thing that could probably happen right now for Shotgun would be to lose the catapult battle here and just kind of get blocked into his base while Wargasm gets some Death Knights over. Because you know Wargasm's probably at Fortress now, as Shotgun's about to lose that blacksmith, which is not going to be good, because that's going to stop his ogre production immediately, as well as I don't even think he's getting his level 4 upgrade yet, and probably wouldn't want to do it from that. As you can see, Wargasm's got some ogres there. And so we're going to see how this plays out here now. But so far it's been, you know, fairly even. Although I have a feeling right now Wargasm's probably ahead of him. As you can see, Shotgun's just desperately trying to get his Outtro storms up here now, which he's been quite delayed from doing here under all this pressure from Wargasm. Yeah, so here we go. So we can see that he's discovered a barracks there from Wargasm, who actually, I'm guessing he's at 12, and he's built his barracks up there for the speed up of his catapult assault. So he built like a remote barracks, basically. Unless he must be at 12 o'clock. But yeah, so building your barracks close to your opponent like that it can be good. Oh, he gets a little overwhelmed there at 12. But yeah, so you can see the downside to being aggressive early and building, you know, your barracks close to your ally early in the game. It's good because you get those catapults over there quickly, because catapults, of course, are fairly slow. Anyway, so yeah, you can see that Shotgun's already mined out a small 9. So he's got 3 bears pumping out ogres here, and he's just hit. Oh, there he goes, getting some shots in. Yeah, you can see he's luckily got his 9 o'clock gold mine there, and he's going ahead to take 11 because you know, that 9 o'clock gold mine is not going to last forever. And where he's already got 2 bases worth of worker units, you generally want to have a second base utilizing that. And anyway, so here we can see Shotgun lusting up and just kind of preparing for the inevitable attack from Wargasm. Yeah, so anyway, so there's some Death Knights that are coming out. Is he not at 12? Isn't that crazy? I don't know. But anyway, I'm surprised we haven't really seen anything from, like, what is he doing? He should, yeah, he must be at 12, right? Yeah, so either Shotgun's trying to beat him to the punch, thinking he's kind of preemptively expanded down there, or he just has no idea that he was coming from 12 o'clock, or I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so it's kind of eerily silent here right now, and I have a feeling that we're going to see something happening here in the next couple of seconds from Wargasm. And I think he just kind of got a glint of a Wargasm peon going down there to 3 to expand. It gets cooked off by Shotgun. So here, Shotgun, he's lusting up his 9 ogres. I don't think it's really smart for him just to be doing this because, well, actually, yeah. See, like, he's obviously going to be outnumbered at that point with half his army over there. So, I mean, he probably should have just used an Eye of Kilrog, seen what was going on, and kind of maybe chilled in the middle or something like that. But, you know, whatever. Like, this game has a lot of fodder in it. You know, you're just constantly making and losing units, right? But ideally, you want to do that in the most efficient way as possible. And it's easier said than done. I mean, you know, when I'm watching someone play, I can point out all their mistakes, and I'd probably be making them myself if I was playing, you know. So anyway, so here you can see getting a hasted Death Knight there, just waiting for that peon to chop out. And yeah, no, he gets him out there. Yeah, so you can see there's Wargasm's got farms all over the place here, and yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, just kind of blasting his group of ogres there instead of messing around trying to get into his, you know, base, which probably wouldn't have worked. Anyway, so here you got 9 ogres from Shotgun in the middle here. So yeah, he walls off with that peon and then re-walls. So that's kind of a good setup here, but of course he's probably going to stop paying attention. That farm's going to finish, and those Death Knights will eventually get walled off there. But yeah, so you can see, yeah, Wargasm's got buildings everywhere. He's got, which isn't like a bad thing to do. Oh, there we go. Finds his Death Knight underneath there, and we get a bit of a stalemate with the ogres. And yeah, so he was able to go ahead and do that again. I underestimated Shotgun. Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's kind of like a very macro-intensive strategy to kind of just keep rewalling your Death Knights like that. But anyway, whatever. Yeah. So here, Shotgun's, you know, they're both pretty big at this point. I mean, I'm pretty sure Wargasm's got a 3rd base somewhere at this point. He's probably at 3, or no, he's not 3. He's about to be though. And yeah, so at this point in the game, you know, either of these guys could be anywhere. Like, if I was Shotgun, I might even just go take 8 o'clock, like as a Hail Mary there, as he get caught unlusted there, but has him outnumbered, so he wins anyway. Well, I mean, almost. Yeah, so here comes some more ogres running through the middle, and Shotgun decides to take the middle there. And I find taking the middle in this game, in these types of situations, it's like, you're not taking it because you plan to mine it. You're more or less just taking it to, like, establish map dominance, right? Because once you've got a town hall there, then of course you can make, you know, peons, and then you can build towers and kind of like fortify it. And really, once you've kind of taken over the middle in this map from your opponent, you know, in most cases, you've usually just kind of won it's kind of demoralizing for your opponent because you've got all, you know, if they can't stop you in the middle, then, you know, things just, yeah. Anyway, so we can see here that, yeah, Wargasm's gone ahead and taken 5 o'clock. It's a pretty easy base to mine there, and as he's attacking that, Wargasm goes ahead and attacks him in the middle there. But really, like, you know, at this point in the game, if you lose a Town Hall and it delays your opponent from doing any kind of severe damage to you or economic damage, like, it's not really a big deal. Yeah, like, even here, like, Wargasm's lost a little bit there, but it's not like the end of the world, you know, like, he lost, like, 5 workers at Town Hall and, like, a couple of buildings. I mean, it wasn't good, but at this point, he's probably got 3 o'clock mining pretty hard, and here we go. Shotgun is taking advantage of his hasted Death Knights there, and to kind of soften up that group of ogres. And so Wargasm smartly runs his remaining ogres over to the temple, where you know, if you can get some Death Knight kills, that's always a good thing. You know, them being 1,200 gold a piece, and of course, you know, can be quite devastating, especially when they have full mana, which I think that one probably did because it's been sitting there for quite a while. Anyway, yeah, so we can see here that it's just constantly ogres and lust here. All right, so 3 o'clock, that's going down. So yeah, things are starting to go a little downhill right now for Wargasm. He can't really mine small 12 either, like that base that he's got just on the other side of Shotgun's Temple of the Damned. Because that temple's there, he can basically just Death Decay that all day long. Yeah, so Wargasm wasn't even able to clean up this attacking force at 3 o'clock to kind of reestablish that, and his temple's going down there, although he has kind of, looks like, lost his Death Knights up around there. He's finally able to take care of that one ogre. So yeah, I think he got 5, 6 barracks now, so it's really pumping things out, and Wargasm's able to clean that up. And yeah, so Wargasm sees the Death Knight there, kind of decides to head back home. And yeah, so we can see here. Okay, so yeah, Wargasm's still mining 2 pretty hard. Shotgun runs right in. This is gonna hurt. I mean, this is gonna pretty much kill every single worker over there, which is pretty much everything he's got for mining. Oh no, he's able to get back in there and save him before anything too severe happened. But all right, so we finally see. I have Kilrog here to do some scouting. Is going to check out 6. I'd be surprised if Wargasm had 6 or 8. You know, really, it would be very. Oh, it's about to lose his temple there. But yeah, for Wargasm to take 6 or 8, I mean, you'd be taking it right under your opponent's nose. And as you can see here, Shotgun is slowly chopping into that middle mine from small 9, so that's going to make it easier to kind of defend that instead of just having a Town Hall right in the middle of the map. And it's also going to probably create a very juicy looking point of entry for Wargasm, so he's probably, as soon as he sees that, he's probably going to start slamming ogres into that, and that's going to potentially cause some issues for Shotgun. Where he's now got ogres infiltrating into his base. So yeah, Wargasm knows he's at 11 here, and so we've got a big battle going on there. And you know, 11 o'clock is, yeah, as we can see there, another wave of ogres from Wargasm. So he definitely, they've basically just thrown everything they have at each other here, as we see about 25 skeletons of ogres there. So now, because Wargasm wasn't able to take advantage of that, he now cannot mine at small 12 once again, as he's walled off there. And Shotgun gets his Death Decay there. And Wargasm wasn't paying attention. That was pretty painful. He lost about $4,000 worth of, or 4,000 gold worth of ogres there. Shotgun's taking 5, so things are getting looking a little bit worse and worse as we move here ahead into the game for Wargasm, who, yeah, as we can see here, he's now going in the middle there, picking off some workers. But yeah, I don't know. Unless Wargasm can really land another expansion here, he's just going to get overwhelmed as the seconds go by, and as Shotgun, who's currently sitting on 14 1,000 gold. Keeps mining out 11. And yeah, let's see if Wargasm's actually mining there. I think he actually is. I didn't really get a good view of that, but in any event, if he was, he just lost his mining workers there to death and decay. All right, so yeah, we got Shotgun pumping out more and more units here. So he's doing a very consistent job staying on top of all his barracks there. You know, I sometimes, if I'm in a position like this, I might make 7 or, you know, 6 or 7 barracks just to kind of give yourself a little bit of a buffer for non-optimal building. But yeah, okay, so I guess there we go. Wargasm decides he's had enough. He was kind of desperately mining small 12, but he lost that kind of positional battle outside of small 12 with those 2 giant groups of ogres. And yeah, so when you don't control that part of the map, you know, Shotgun can just detonate that all day. And I mean, he just wasn't in a great spot compared to Shotgun. Shotgun had 11 probably mostly mined out by the end of that game. He had access to the middle mine at 12. He had taken 5 o'clock. You know, meanwhile, Wargasm was, you know, just constantly trying to retake, you know, 3 o'clock, and yeah, just wasn't in as good of a position. More or less just got outplayed towards the end of the game. So yeah, like small 12 or 8 o'clock, moving to small 9, and then beating his opponent at 12 is pretty good. I mean, it's you know, if you're playing an equally skilled opponent, you're probably going to lose that like 8 or 9 times out of 10. Well, I don't know. It's not that bad because, like Shotgun did, you can take 9 o'clock. So, anyway, so now Shotgun here is at 5 o'clock. So, which is another good starting location for him to start off here. And by the way, I would say, I mean, I've played with both of these guys for, you know, for almost forever. Like, these guys have both been playing this game for a long time. I'm actually not sure when this game was recorded, but I do know both of these guys still play this game together, and to this day. So, yeah, these are both very highly skilled Warcraft 2 players, and I'd say they're probably fairly equally matched. Like, you know, I wouldn't. If you asked me which of these 2 guys was a better player, I'd have a hard time telling you which one was better. Anyway, so you can see here, Shotgun is doing a rush build. So he's got his barracks getting repaired there at 5 o'clock. And yeah, so Shotgun definitely has a propensity to repair his barracks. There's early buildings there in these one-on-one games. And I'm kind of hit or miss on it because, like, if you can do very calculated builds in this game where, like, you know, you can just really optimize how fast you can tech, and by repairing your buildings like this, you kind of set yourself back from being able to do that. And if you think about it, so let's say you repair your barracks, right, and your barracks finishes like 5 seconds sooner. Well, your opponent's probably like 15 seconds across the map, right? So even though you've got an advantage by repairing it, the travel distance kind of makes that irrelevant. So even if he runs up to his base here and he finds them at 9 o'clock, let's say, and he didn't repair his barracks, despite the fact that Shotgun did, he's probably just through the travel distance going to be kind of equalized there with how many units he has. So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of questionable whether you want to do it or not. But on the same note, it does allow you to kind of figure things out a little bit quicker. So here he's found him at 9 o'clock. He sees the barracks, he sees the lumber mill. So he probably assumes that he's doing pretty much what he did last game. You know, take small 9/9 duel, and he's probably working on a catapult right now. And so in response to this, Shotgun is flinging everything he's got over there. He's going to put a little bit of pressure on small 9, attacking those farms. He's sending some peons over there. He's putting up a lumber mill. And so we'll see what he does with these peons. I'm assuming he's going to offensive tower him at small 9. That's what it looks like there. And you can see where Shotgun has built his mill. That's a good place. Like, if you're ever at 5 o'clock, and that instead of taking 4 o'clock as is, it's better to chop into it from the backside, because then you can determine you're a better position for your town hall to get better at gold flow. But yeah, you can see here that yeah, Shotgun is building these towers quite far away actually from the entrance there. And oh, there's the catapult. So Shotgun's lost a grunt up there at his blacksmith, and now he's gonna try and wall hop into his base there. It looks like with his 2 peons. I don't think he's got enough units to do it though. Or no, he's actually just attacking the farm. Yeah, so here Shotgun's pretty much wasted. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it doesn't look... Actually, he is actually getting some kills there with that guard tower. But as you can see, it's not quite close enough to reach all of the repairing workers. And, yeah, so anyway, he's got a catapult on the go there now. He's still on 1 racks, though, so I don't think he's going to be quite as aggressive as we saw in the last game, where Wargasm was, you know, building 2 catapults at a time. But we'll see what happens here. So yeah, that catapult's trying to take out his guard tower, but actually, because he's got the 2 workers there and he's kind of microing them around, he's actually able to get in there with his two grunts, take out that farm. And as you can see, oh, he gets 1 hit off there with his catapult. Yeah, so Wargasm's kind of playing chicken with him there, just walling off his catapult. And yeah, so right now, Small Nine's in a bit of a dicey position there, and you can see that, yeah, Shotgun is actually being pretty productive here now, and, you know, so these towers are definitely starting to pay off. They're putting a lot of pressure on him at Small Nine. He's getting a lot of shots in on his gold workers there, and they're, yeah, that farm goes down again there, which exposes the catapults. But unfortunately, Shotgun doesn't really have anything to... yeah, to do... oh, look at this. He's actually able to sneak a grunt in there. And anyway, I don't think that grunt's going to do much, but no, it gets picked off there by some peons. And yeah, so... Oh, yeah, Shotgun gets a nice shot off there with his catapult. Kills a bunch of worker units just kind of hanging out there. So you usually don't see catapults being this brazen and just kind of be, you know, completely exposed and just going ahead and attacking. But then again, he does have those towers backing up the catapult. So yeah, so anyway, yeah, Wargasm's not in a great place right now, but yeah, we're going to see how things shake out here. But yeah, if he was smart, he would have been running all these workers out of there until he could deal with what's in front of him. Oh, look at this. We got a bit of a back door with these grunts here. Yeah, so actually, yeah, he's kind of got a 3-on-1 set up there, so whatever unit pops out of that barracks, it's going to get beaten up, despite the fact that he's making ogres now against these grunts. Yeah, so he's got, what, 4 or 5 grunts there. Yeah, oh, now he's got some more. So this could actually get dangerous for Shotgun here. He's going to lose a lot of workers, and he only has 1 ogre to kind of do anything about it, as he throws up a town hall there. And oh yeah, he's losing a lot. Yeah, this is not good for Shotgun. I mean, he's still got... Oh yeah. Yeah, he's probably just lost about at least a dozen workers there, and that's certainly set him back. Oh, there's another one, and another one. Yeah, every peon Shotgun loses at this point is just more and more painful. Yeah. So anyway, as I say that, Shotgun's yeah, still able to take out his Small 9 base. So yeah, Wargasm pulled a little Hail Mary play here with these grunts, and it ended up paying off. So now that probably just about evened things up, I would say. I mean, we're gonna see here what happens as we progress through the game here. But now Shotgun at least has 2 town halls, so he can reestablish his worker count. He's probably gonna get put off going fortress here for a little while. Where he's only got 200 wood. He's probably going to be spending a lot of his wood. Oh, those grunts are still in his base. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, so Shotgun's doing a bit of a backdoor here, but there's nothing to backdoor, unfortunately. Yeah, so this is an interesting game. So we've got Wargasm's pretty much been untouched at 9, but his losses quite a bit early as Small 9 base. And then, oh wow, he's actually going to lose his stronghold. Wow. So I think Shotgun should have gone home and killed those grunts. Yeah, losing that stronghold is that's gonna hurt. Anyway, so we're gonna see what he can do. Oh no! So Wargasm's got 2 catapults at home. Oh no, he's taking out his ogre mount. If he gets his ogre mount, that could be it right there, boys and girls. Like, oh my god. Oh, he gets the ogre mount too. Oh man. Oh no, he didn't. Sorry. Oh yeah. So Shotgun holds on to that ogre mount just by a hair. So if I was him, I'd be repairing that. Just at least enough that, you know, he's not going to just send some random scout grunt over there and kill it in a few hits. Yeah, so anyway, now that... oh, yeah, this is a close one, guys. I don't know what's going to happen here. But it's smart for Shotgun just to take out, you know, as much infrastructure as he can here. But yeah, he's going to have some trouble without the stronghold. So he, like, hypothetically, if he had that stronghold, all he'd need in this situation was to like repair an alchemist, get 1 sapper out, and that would have pretty much ended the game. But as it stands here, he gets a good shot off there with his catapult. Anyway, as it stands here now, he can't really do too much against 2 catapults. Oh, you know, I say that, and yeah, he has to keep that farm alive. If that ogre gets in there, he's just gonna... yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. So actually, yeah, that was really good for Shotgun. So now Wargasm doesn't have his catapults anymore. And I don't know what he's going to do at this point. Like, I don't know how far ahead he's at hold. So he's at least should be making ogres at this point. But yeah, losing both those catapults, and now he's losing workers to shotguns. And Shotgun should be working at home here to kind of like reestablish himself, get it, probably take 5 o'clock again, get a stronghold upgrading. He shouldn't be putting all his eggs in this one basket here right now, because I think he could almost say he might even have like a bit of a lead there. But then again, I mean, who knows? Wargasm could also be at 11 right now. You know, it certainly wouldn't surprise me if he had another base at 11. And yeah, so Shotgun's just working his way into his base here. Yeah, Wargasm forcing him to have the re-wall here. And yeah, I don't know how. Right, it looks like Wargasm tapped out. So another win for Shotgun. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting game. But yeah, you can definitely see Shotgun had a bit of an edge on him there. So, and I'm just gonna take a quick pause here. Okay, so we're back for another game here, and yeah, so we're gonna see what happens here next. I'm actually not sure if these guys are playing like a tournament series or, you know, but I'm pretty sure these are a bunch of games they played, like, you know, one after the other, like a series for some reason, whether it was a tournament or what, I don't know. Anyway, so now we got Shotgun there at 11 o'clock. And if you're wondering what those weird symbols are in the yellow at the bottom of the screen, they're actually, there's like a war latency program that helps with latency that they implemented into the, you know, the combat edition, which is like the fan version of the game, and just making it more user-friendly and just performing than the original game. Anyway, so we got Shotgun here at 11 o'clock. So he's built this hall right up against a tree line. Now, I usually build mine over to the right a bit, and that way I don't have to chop early in the game if I don't need to. Because when you put it where he has it now, your peons, unless you chop that wood out immediately, they have to walk all the way around your hall, and that in some instances can put you at a bit of a disadvantage, like if you get you know, attacked early or whatnot. Anyway, so he immediately sends his worker down to 9. You pretty much have to peon scout from 11. I usually go down to small 9 at least halfway just to see if they're going to be coming up, because you can kind of time it where, because there's a bit of a delay when they move to small 9 from like 6 or 8 o'clock. As you can see, Shotgun's chopping out that block of wood there, so his workers will ultimately be able to mine without having to go around his gold mine to get to that. Anyway, instead of even doing that, he's just repairing his barracks there right away, as we've noticed he has a tendency to do. So now he's got that block of wood chopped out there, so he's going to chop out the other one. So he's got plenty of space to mine there. So he's repaired his barracks, and then he's built a blacksmith behind it, and that way his grunts pop out on the outside. Otherwise they would have popped out on the inside. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, like I'll scout halfway down a small 9 from here, because it takes us a little bit of time to get to small 9 from 6 or 8, so you can kind of time it where you'll see their peon moving up as yours is moving down there, and then you don't really even have to scout the whole way, because if someone's at small 9, every time they are gonna go to 9 immediately to scout. Like, it's pretty much a given. Like, there's almost no reason you wouldn't do that. Anyway, so Shotgun is rushing here, and he's got his blacksmith as well being repaired. Now, this is just like a one-on-one strategy for him. Again, it gives you more information sooner, as he finds 2 grunts from Wargasm there at 12, which tells me that Wargasm's probably at 2 o'clock, unless he dual grunt scouted from 5. No, he's definitely at 2. And yeah, so there, Shotgun gets probably a slightly less than ideal engage, and then he loses that. Yeah, anyway, so Shotgun is now rushing at 11 against 2 o'clock, and so he's at a bit of a disadvantage here. His goal flow is not as good as it is at 2 o'clock. Well, I mean, actually, I guess it kind of is, now that he's got everything chopped out. But even that early chopping kind of sets him back a bit. So that, combined with the repairing, you know, he's a little behind already early in this game, whether he realizes it or not. And so he's thrown up a lumber mill. He's starting to get some more workers chopping there. So obviously he's staying on 1 racks here, and his kind of commitment now is to get hold and jump into the whole tech race. Yeah, so he's built that farm right up next to his gold mine there. Keeps it out of the way, and it also kind of keeps units from kind of popping up there as he starts chopping wood right up there by the mine as well. And you gotta kind of micromanage your gold mine here a little bit as you play, as you progress, and as you chop wood around it, just to keep things moving in an efficient way. But you can see, like, where his peons are chopping out of the gold mine, it's happening in an ideal location, like right in front of the gold mine, and just directly heading right into his town hall at an angle there. So yeah, anyway, so he's still making some more farms, and you can see him just kind of flinging his workers back and down. So he's blocked off that small 12 entrance on the map there, and he's got an axe thrower there. Now he doesn't have any vision of the middle, so you know, Wargasm could definitely throw him for a loop there and run through either the bottom side of where he was choked off there, and or through the middle. In either case, would have caught him off guard here, where he doesn't have any scouting units. So you can see here, Wargasm's got more grunts than he does, but Shotgun's able to set up a counter choke, so it doesn't actually matter. And he's going hold, and he's got the axe thrower there, just picking away at this level 1 grunts. Yeah, anyway, so Wargasm smartly backs up and sets up an even much larger choke there. And he's still getting hit by those by that axe thrower. Now Wargasm, unfortunately, he doesn't realize how many grunts Shotgun has. Like, he could have some out of sight, you know, and just not exposing them. But he can see the ogre at Wargasm, and he's losing his grunts. Yeah, so not great for Wargasm, as Shotgun repairs that ogre mound and gets his fortress on the go. He's got his second barracks coming up here, and yeah, so Wargasm smartly just retreats back into his base, so that axe thrower is not really doing too much. And you can see he's got a couple of barracks there. He's putting a tower up, and yeah, definitely playing a little bit defensive here. Yeah, so here I don't think this is going to go well for Shotgun. If he's smart, he might even just run away from this, because not only is he outnumbered, but he's also fighting ogres. Yeah, so that was not good for Shotgun. You know, I mean, yeah, you can say they're just grunts, but you know, at this point in the game, there's not even bloodlust on the field yet. Wargasm, he'd probably be smart just to kind of counterattack right now and just keep funneling units as they're being built and just overwhelm them. But you know, he's able to get a choke point there, and Wargasm throws away a couple of grunts. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Wargasm's probably doing a little bit more scouting too. He's probably using some of those other grunts he had left over, running through the middle maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so here we've got level 4 ogres, and Shotgun's worker gets caught by a patrolling grunt. And yeah, let's see. The Shotgun should realize that he's going to get beat the bloodlust here. So maybe he's, yeah, and then he runs in. Oh, there's 2 towers there. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. But yeah, Wargasm's got a pretty solid defense there. You know, those 2 guard towers probably equal, you know, I'd say like 3 or 4 ogres in terms of how they're going to be efficient fighting at that choke point. So unless Wargasm kind of, you know, inefficiently built those towers, instead of getting bloodlust, he should probably have lust around the same time, if not a little sooner. Oh, here he goes. Yeah, so he runs right out, catches him unlusted. Shotgun's just waiting for lust to finish. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen in time. So Wargasm was able to push him back there. But I think right now, yeah, I think everything's just kind of evened out here now. Yeah, so we definitely got I think a good game on our hands here, as Shotgun's pumping out units there at small 9. And yeah, taking small 9 instead of 9 right off the bat, it's usually a pretty good idea, because it gives you a bit more map awareness to start off with, and it's also, you know, if you lose it, it's not like the end of the world. Like, you don't want to take 9 and then just lose that base. You know, you always want to kind of have your eggs in different baskets in this game. I mean, if you can get like a quick expansion. Oh, here we go. So more action there at 2 o'clock. Yeah, so Shotgun's basically just keeping them contained right now with those ogres. But yeah, like if you can take the small 9 and get that map awareness, then you can wall it off. You can stop your opponent from getting any Death Knights that are going to run in your underneath there, and you know, Death Decay, like your workers, for example. Yeah, anyway, Shotgun's about to lose this battle here. Getting in a little bit of a tiff there. Yeah, so anyway, small 9 is doing okay. He's getting a tower up there. He's got it walled off with a couple farms. That's usually how I wall off at small 9. It's just those 2 farms. Anyway, oh yeah, he's getting some free kills in here. And I'm hearing deaths coming from somewhere. I don't know where, but anyway, Shotgun's reloading here with his grunts, and he catches a Death Knight who is able to get 2 death coils off and win that battle with the ogre. And let's see what else is happening here. Oh, losing some workers there. Yeah, so Wargasm's leading into the Death Knights here. As we can see, that Temple of the Dam is getting slapped around there. It's probably going to go down. And yeah, so right now there's a lot of pretty much the whole bottom half of the map has really been unexplored. If I was Shotgun, I'd probably be firing at some Eye of Kill rods around here just to make sure that Wargasm wasn't getting any free expansions going here. Or even maybe just send down a group of ogres, but yeah, so anyway, you can see here Shotgun's just patrolling up through that small 12 area. And we got a big engagement there just outside of 12 o'clock, which Shotgun loses that handily. Yeah, so I don't understand why he's patrolling down at 8 o'clock. I mean, clearly Wargasm's probably not going to take 8 o'clock. I guess he's just waiting for Wargasm's patrolling scouts to ultimately show up there. Anyway, so you can see no one's at 5. And yeah, so Shotgun goes ahead and takes 9. 11's probably going to blow. Yeah, it's already been blown. Oh, no. So that was a good engage there for Shotgun. So now he's going to run into 12. I'm assuming, yeah, there it is. So this is going to be pretty painful for Wargasm. He's losing all of his workers. I'm assuming he probably just transferred them over there not a long time ago. And 2 o'clock's gone. And, yeah, so Shotgun frantically mining 9 o'clock now. And he's only got 4,000 gold, so Shotgun's not exactly loaded right now. But wow, he takes out 12 and then finishes the units that were sent in to clean him up. So that was it. That's all he needed to do. He just trashed 12 o'clock, and that was the end of it. Yeah. So anyway, he definitely outplayed Wargasm there. Yeah, it was kind of, I don't know. It was a pretty typical Warcraft 2, like Garden of War 1-on-1 game there. It's like, you know, one guy just kind of gets a slight edge and, you know, cuts the other guy's throat there, you know, 15 minutes and 10 to 15 minutes in the game or something. It's usually how these games go, but this series has actually been quite interesting up to this point. Like, there's been a lot of interesting play, so I'm kind of glad I picked this because I'm just kind of watching this and commenting on it as I go here. I hadn't watched these games beforehand. Anyway, so Shotgun again gets a lucky starting location here at 2 o'clock. Honestly, there's not really in 1-on-1 Garden of War. I mean, I'd say by far the worst spot is 6 o'clock, and he hasn't gotten that. Neither of them have gotten that spot yet, as far as I know. Wargasm, I think he was at small 9 one of these games. Yeah, but yeah. So you might ask why 6 is worse than 8 if they're both going to go to small 9. And the reason is it just takes a little bit longer to get to small 9 from 6 than it does from 8. So, you know, and early in the game, that's when things tend to matter a little bit more, right? Because everything kind of snowballs in this game. Like if you think about a peon, like if I make a peon at the beginning of the game and that peon is just mining gold for the entire game, you know, he's going to mine 100 times more gold than a peon that you make 15 minutes into the game, right? So yeah, early game definitely matters. So once again, Shotgun opening up with the pretty standard 1 racks build here. It seems to be his go-to in almost every position here, other than when he started at small 9 in these 1-on-1 games. And it actually, I mean, it's all good. You know, clearly it's working out for him here. He's definitely taking a lead in this series. I think it's, I haven't really been keeping track. I think it's like 3-1 for Shotgun or something at this point. I don't know, but anyway. So he's repairing his blacksmith there, and yeah, so you can see this time he actually built his town hall closer. So I was right. That last game he built this town hall an extra spot away from his gold mine there, which is a pretty new type of mistake, which he probably does like one every 5,000 games, you know what I mean? That's not typically something, but the issue though is like once you've committed to building a hall, you kind of have to stick with it. Like if you cancel it and reposition it, you lose resources. You actually lose, I think it's 25%, which is very devastating, right? So you basically just have to live with the mistake. All right, so he's immediately gone to 11, doesn't see him there. And so you can see him flinging his grunts around everywhere here and continuing his production. And there he is at 9. And yeah, so Wargasm's basically rushing from 9 o'clock. And so right away, Shotgun hones in on that. So he's got that mostly dead grunt. If he was smart, he might even want to pull it out of there. I don't know. Yeah, because he's obviously going to lose that. Whereas if he had regrouped with the rest of his grunts, that grunt might have done a lot more damage and not gotten targeted. You know, with a low health. Yeah, so he runs into a 3-on-2 there, and he counters it. And so now he's going to start slapping away at that farm. So now Wargasm he's going to have to repair that for a while. And once he gets 3 grunts hitting that, it's going to get a little bit more painful for him. If he's got a lumber mill with shotguns just thrown up right now, he'll be able to throw an axe thrower up there and kind of fight that off. There it is. So, yeah, he's already got him beat to the punch in terms of having a lumber mill and also being able to get that axe thrower out there. So he's probably planning to kind of do like a weak rush in power, which he's actually kind of been doing that this series as well. Just as Shotgun's been doing like a more aggressive repair rush early in the game, Wargasm's more or less just been doing a very conservative rush. And I'm guessing he hasn't been repairing just based on the fact that Wargasm sneaks out a grunt there to do some scouting, so that's good on him. And before Shotgun's able to close them off there, yeah. So right now they're probably pretty evenly matched as far as where they're at right now in terms of economy. I think Wargasm's definitely playing slightly smarter in his early game. Oh, he decides to come out here and bust up the party. And yeah, so I think Wargasm, generally speaking, has been playing better in terms of like just making early decisions that are more economical. Like he usually seems to have Shotgun beat just ever so slightly every time in terms of his tech upgrades and getting Bloodlust. Anyway, so Shotgun decides to run home, and he gets walled off. But now he's going to get counter-walled, and that axe thrower is going to start slapping him around. I guess we got a bit of an axe thrower battle going on here. So Shotgun actually makes a second axe thrower, and so these are interesting. Axe throwers generally don't get used very much in the old version of the game, but these are the times that you see them, right? And where they're actually, you can see some towers going up there. So yeah, if I'm Shotgun, I'm not too worried about this right now, because I know that I can actually just move back. But obviously, once those towers finish, you don't want to be sitting there taking shots from them there. But yeah, that's literally all he had to do right there, was just move his units back slightly, and that now those towers don't really matter. They are going to keep them contained, on the other hand, and so Wargasm's probably going to set up a choke point there and contain Shotgun. But once you get Bloodlust, you can just kind of bust right through that. But yeah, this is probably going to set Shotgun back here to I don't know why I put the second tower up there. He should be getting another barracks and then getting Lust. But then again, you never know. Wargasm could be following this up with some catapults, maybe a second barracks. Like, we haven't really seen that too much in this game. Like, it's almost like these guys have a gentleman's agreement where they're only just going to make one barracks and kind of power rush, so to speak. It's kind of the term you use when you're just lightly rushing on one racks, usually level 3 or maybe level 4. I used to call it like a level 3 one racks power rush, and it's basically you just get level 3 grunts, you just make a handful of them, and you're really focused on just getting Bloodlust as soon as possible, and the grunts are more or less just to keep you alive until you can get that. Anyway, so Shotgun is got a temple running there, and so he's definitely thinking that Death and Decay is more important than Bloodlust. He doesn't have an altar anywhere, does he? No. Yeah, so he's actually can't afford it. He doesn't have the wood. But as long as he's got Death Knights and he's got these towers, he can kind of stave off Wargasm until, as he now gets his altar, until he gets Bloodlust. But the problem is that if Wargasm's also getting Death Knights and he's got him contained, he could throw out some devastating Death and Decay on his gold flow and kind of cut him at the knees here. Anyway, so just waiting for that Death and Decay, and then he's going to go ahead and take out those 2 towers, probably with that one cast. And then as soon as he has any more mana, he's probably just going to go ahead and, there we go. Yeah, so Death and Decay does a lot of damage to farms and towers. I mentioned that in my tutorial video for the game. it does actually more damage than Blizzard to like 2x2 buildings, which basically would mean the farms and the towers being the only 2x2 buildings in the game. All right, so yeah, there he just loses all of his grunts. Anyway, I don't. Yeah, Shotgun's got. Even if he gets hit with Lust here, because he's got the towers and the Death Knight, he should be fine. But again, if Wargasm sends a Death Knight underneath us of 12 o'clock there, it could be pretty painful for Shotgun here. Yeah, so Shotgun definitely wants to get at least another barracks up here very soon. 2 barracks is not where you want to be at this point in the game. You know, he definitely wants to be working on 3 or 4, and I think we just witnessed that Death Knight I was talking about under 12 or 2. I don't know, maybe not, I can't see, but I'm hearing some dying things. There it is, yeah. Oh yeah, that hurt. And hopefully, for Shotgun's sake, he can return the favor here. But yeah, Shotgun just lost a lot there. Anyway, he's got the tower that was able to kill that Death Knight under 2 o'clock. And, alright, so now... Yeah, I think these guys have both kind of crippled each other's economy here with these Death Knights. So... Yeah, Shotgun's got to be careful there. If he gets Death Nickade, could be game over. Things are pretty close at this point in the game. As you can see there, Shotgun's down to what, 1,700 gold. He definitely needs to think about taking 12 o'clock. If I'm him, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Taking what little gold I have and building another hall somewhere. Because, yeah. Anyway, okay, so he's able to run in there. And he's going to clean up all these workers. Oh, and he catches Wargasm not home. Wargasm obviously was expecting him to be coming in from the front, but Shotgun goes in through the back door, and that hurts. That definitely hurts. And as I say that, again, Shotgun gets his peons decimated there by another Death Knight. Yeah, so... Yeah, pretty much every peon Shotgun has right now is getting redirected into his gold mine. And so, yeah, finally he's going in to take wall, probably realizing that, you know, if he just keeps mining only at 2, eventually all of his peons are going to be dead there. And, yeah, Wargasm's actually not in as bad of a place, but this could change that if he's able to get this Death and Decay off on his gold. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he got it off there. Oh, another hasted Death Knight. Yeah, so these guys, this is definitely a battle of death and decay here. You know, the ogres are just kind of here for show. As I say that, here we go. Wargasm goes in. He takes out 1 tower. He gets a little bit of a death and decay off. You know, yeah, things are definitely fairly evenly matched right now, I would say. But yeah, Shotgun's got that Death Knight under 9 o'clock, which is going to get even another shut off. But fortunately, Shotgun's got 12 mining now. It wouldn't surprise me if Wargasm had 11 right now. Or, oh no, look at that. He's actually got 5 o'clock, and he's got walled off with a temple, which means it's going to be... oh, there's some eyes just checking out 12. And sends 2 for good measure. Anyway, yeah, so... Shotgun 100% wants to take out 5. Now, the downside to walling off with a temple, as he discovers another one on his way down there, is that they die. They don't have a lot. I think they only actually have like 500 hit points, which is like the same as like a farm. So they actually are not great unit or buildings to wall off with. But the bright side, of course, is you can build a Death Knight and inside of your base that way, right? All right, so there goes 12. Sends a little strategic. Yeah, 3 units in there, and I think he just realized that it was game over for him. Yeah, actually, I don't know why he gave up. I think he could have probably pulled that game off if he kept trying. Like, I don't think that was the end of him, but yeah, sometimes when you're playing a game, you have a different feeling than what the reality of the situation is, you know, especially when you're playing like a higher level player. Like, you know, sometimes if you're playing against a certain player, you know, like, you know, high caliber player like these guys, and you know, you assume that they've probably taken the map by a certain point, and maybe they haven't. Maybe they haven't been playing the greatest or whatever, you know, like they haven't been playing as optimal as you know, they possibly could have. But anyway, for whatever reason, Wargasm figured he was done there. And I mean, he obviously didn't have it at 11 o'clock, I don't think, which I assume he probably would have taken, but I don't know, I can't remember. But in any event, he lost. So shotguns now, I think it's like 4-1 now for shotgun. So poor Wargasm's not been doing too great in this series, or, you know. Anyway, we'll see how he does here. Now, of course, Shotgun uploaded these videos to his channel, so I almost assumed he was basically... I'm surprised he even uploaded a video of one single game that he lost. You know, generally speaking, the way I know Shotgun is, like, you know, he probably... I guess that was probably... Like, he uploaded, like, I don't know, probably like 50 games or something. And I'm guessing it was just a fluke that he probably didn't even realize that the one loss was in this video. Otherwise, he probably would have released it. But anyway, we'll see. I mean, maybe we'll be surprised here. Maybe we'll find another loss in the archives of Shotgun's Warcraft 2 videos here. But anyway, like I said, he's got a whole bunch on there. You can go check them out. Now, they're just basically videos. Like, they don't have like any sound. Well, they do have sound, but like they don't have any commentary or a lot. I kind of clicked around on a few of them. I didn't think they have like the music playing or anything like that. So I actually added like a track to this as I'm kind of commentating on these games, just because he didn't actually have any recorded, you know, Warcraft music. And I thought I'd put in this kind of like orchestral remix that I like quite a lot of, like the Warcraft 2 soundtrack redone. I think it was done for the Shadowlands WoW expansion. So if you're wondering, yeah. So anyway, guys, the video just kind of crapped out there at the end, and so the game we're watching right now, I guess they started up playing a team game, and didn't quite notice, but yeah. So pretty much that's the end of the video. So we had, I think it's 4-1 for Shotgun. So I think Wargasm won that first game, and then it was all Shotgun after that. But yeah, anyway, they're like I mentioned, they're both two very good players. And anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and you know, let me know if you think you prefer watching videos like this where maybe you don't see what the opponent's up to. Maybe it's more interesting. I don't know. Anyway, it's easier for me to get videos like this because, you know, there's like a replay feature in War 2 Combat, and it does not exist in Remastered. Remastered doesn't really have great observer options like War 2 Combat does, and yeah, so just generally speaking, it's you know, I might start casting some remastered videos kind of like in the same vein as this, because there are a few players out there that they do record games and I can access them, but because they're from like a first person, I generally try to not do that. But I mean, it just seems, I don't know, it seems like there's a lot to talk about in this game, like when I'm casting, you know, because it's really fast paced. And yeah, so I don't know, we'll see what happens from here, but I'm gonna try to record a few more videos like this over the next coming weeks here, you know, try to make up for some lost time, because I wasn't making any videos for, you know, about 6 months, which yeah, due to some health issues. And yeah, if you notice, like, I might have missed a few things during this too, like my vision is kind of slowly getting better, but it's definitely not where I want it to be right now. So, you know, if I made any mistakes, it's 99% chances because I couldn't see what the hell was going on. But anyway, I think I got the gist of these games anyway. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So you know, stay tuned for the next ones, and take care, guys. Have a great day.